listening to program notes for the Florida Orchestra's Huff Family Foundation Masterworks series. In this episode, I will be talking about George Friedrich Handel's Water Music, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's Overture to the Marriage of Figaro, Franz Joseph Haydn's Overture to l'Isola Disabitata, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's ballet music from Idomeneo. So you can dive deeper into the music anytime, anywhere. These audio program notes are authored by Kurt Loft, a local writer who has written about the arts in the Tampa Bay area for more than 40 years. You can find his full transcriptions at floridaorchestra.org. All right, let's dive in. George Friedrich Handel, 1685 to 1759. Water music, selections. Performance duration, approximately 33 minutes. What to listen for in this piece. The hornpipe from the Suite in D major is a signature work that stands alongside the composer's Hallelujah chorus in popularity. In London in the summer of 1717, King George made a much publicized trip down the River Thames on a barge, the excursion moving from Whitehall Palace to Chelsea and back. But what made the event unique was the King's commission. A composer would write new music to celebrate the occasion, with 50 players on a boat moving alongside the royal fete. The composer was George Friedrich Handel, who, 24 years later, would be immortalized through his oratorio Messiah. Ever the problem solver, Handel knew an open-air atmosphere posed challenges for a traditional ensemble of strings and woodwinds, so he introduced horns, a first for an English orchestra. The result was Wasser music, or water music, its effect so resounding that the king insisted on repeat performances during the round trip. The original score is lost, but manuscript copies in the Fitzwilliam Museum allowed scholars to patch together, long after Handel's death, 18 sections in 3 suites in the keys of F, D, and G, respectively, of which TFO will perform 10. The music takes on immediate brilliance, full of pomp and polish, with a large body of woodwinds and strings simmering below the piercing sheen of horns and trumpets. The suites can be played by any size ensemble in any order, even backward, without losing their energy or appeal. Although these are technically French suites, they reflect Handel's cosmopolitan tastes and reverence for the Italian concerto. Just as important, water music is his first large-scale instrumental foray outside the opera house, but the suites are remarkably vocal in their expression. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756 to 1791. Overture to the Marriage of Figaro. Performance duration, approximately 4 minutes. What to listen for in this piece. Mozart takes us on an irrepressible romp fueled by running 16th notes in the strings and rousing flourishes that embrace the opera's madcap story. If ever an overture captures the spirit of an opera, this is it. Mozart most certainly was on a roll when he wrote the curtain raiser for Marriage of Figaro, which quietly percolates before exploding with a tensile exuberance, repeating the fun in a tightly compacted sonata form that tosses out the customary development section. In just 4 minutes, Mozart creates equilibrium between the joy and despair of the characters, and its frantic tempo seizes the crazy day of the plot without using a single tune from the action that follows. Franz Joseph Haydn, 1732 to 1809. Overture to l'Isola Disabitata. Performance duration, approximately 8 minutes. What to listen for in this piece. Note how the music alternates between moments of calm and agitation. Prolific is an apt word to describe Haydn, who composed more than 750 works in almost every form of the day, including 20 now-forgotten operas. His 10th, The Uninhabited Island, lives only through its dramatic overture, a compressed and compelling introduction to the action first heard in 1779 in the court of Esterhazy, Haydn's employer. The music moves between slow and fast in the key of G minor, the dynamic shifts and abrupt tempo changes characteristic of the Sturm und Drang, storm, and stress trend of the time. In this rebellion against the Enlightenment, intense expression replaces rationalism and sets the stage for the nascent Romantic period. Within this tempest, Haydn inserts a delicate minuet, providing calm before the furious conclusion that follows. Beethoven may have known this score, as its tension and release struggle echoes in his own Egmont overture. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756 to 1791. Ballet music from Idomeneo. Performance duration, approximately 15 minutes. What to listen for in this piece? Through a series of dances, Mozart adds a bit of joviality to the end of a long and demanding opera. When Mozart received a commission in 1780 from the Elector of Bavaria to compose an opera seria, or serious stage work, he jumped at the chance to earn much-needed cash and write music based on Homer's Trojan War epic. The opera tells the story of Idomeneus. Idomeneo is the Italian form, the king of Crete who survives a violent storm on his journey home from Troy and later abdicates the throne to his son. Typical of lyric tragedies of the time, composers embellish their operas with diversions for the audience at intermissions or at the end, often tailored to national tastes. In this case, Mozart wanted a coda to celebrate the love of Idamonte and Ilia, and possibly to serve as relief from the opera's severity. He wrote a 15-minute suite of ballet dances in the French style that honor the influence of the great operatic reformist Christoph Willibald Gluck. Knowing the dances would be performed by the virtuoso Mannheim Orchestra, Mozart composed at a high level and deepened the colorings by including clarinets for the first time in one of his operas. Mozart also put his personal stamp on the Grand Chaconne, a stately theme that repeats in rondo form and often is performed by itself, apart from the suite, in concerts. Thank you for listening to Sound Waves with the Florida Orchestra. Enjoy the concert.